Welcome back to Real Geek Media. I am Hayden Stoll, Christopher Michael Bake, and our very special guest, Cody Sharpe from the Sharpe Side of Paranormal. We are here now reviewing box office plus funny and weird news stories. It is June 6th, 2024. Christopher, let's talk box office real quick.
Before we break into that, Hayden, first off, a good thank you to our good friend Cody Sharpe from the Sharpe Side of Paranormal Podcast. You can find his investigations and podcasts on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. He has investigated some of the big-name locations, including the Eloise Asylum. I got that one right this time. Indiana State Sanatorium, the Monroe House, and the Randolph County Infirmary. His website is thesharpesideofparanormal.com. Hayden, is your business looking for an affordable way to gain and attract new clients? Real Geek Media and Entertainment is now offering sponsorships on their podcast and website. What's that? Your business can't afford a sponsorship? No problem. Consider running an advertisement. Right now, RealGeekMedia.com is running a special for the summer, a special promo, $35. Hayden, that's cheaper than a Happy Meal at McDonald's. Advertising starts as low as $35. It's $35. Again, visit realgeekmedia.com. Click on the links for sponsor us, advertise with us, or donate here to get started. Again, that's www.realgeekmedia.com. What better way to save money unless you're going to be a Boeing whistleblower and tell them about all the nuts and bolts they're not putting on these airplanes they're flying up in the air nowadays.
Oh, my.
So, Hayden, last week we talked about Furiosa. Your thoughts on Furiosa? I know you saw it.
Yeah. Listen, I mean, if it was a Mad Max movie, it would have done well. You know, it wasn't a great movie. I think there's a lot of interesting things in it. We could talk about that another time, but there's some interesting things, not visually put together well, not put together as well as Fury Road. But man, this movie was missing Mad Max.
I don't even think it was that much. At the end of the movie, remember they played the montage from the Mad Max Fury Road movie?
Yeah.
What a better way to say that, hey, my movie wasn't really that good than to show you clips of what was good in the last movie.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there and I'm like, don't get me wrong, the first half hour of Furiosa was pretty good. But Anna Joy Taylor Scout Thompson, whatever her name is, she's not in the movie.
Yeah.
But it was the first half hour is actually pretty exciting. And after that, it kind of starts dovetailing. And Hayden, you guessed 51 million.
I guess 45, yeah.
You guessed 45. I guess 51.
Yeah.
The actual retail number came in 31. They're saying this was the worst box office weekend since Casper the Ghost was detailed. As a matter of fact, I got the article here. It's from Breitbart. Woke Hollywood's weekend collapses 66% over last year.
That's rough. That's rough.
It's a real indictment on the movie theater. I'm still holding out hope that this year turns out really well. I think they got some big movies planned for this year, some really exciting movies that I'm planning on going to see. I know we're going to see one of the movies we're going to be talking about in another minute next week. So again, Hayden, you take that one. You've been whopping the floor at me lately in terms of these guesses. This is 3 weeks in a row you beat me, because again, you beat me this week too. Hands down, 31 million. Have you seen Furiosa, Cody?
I have not. I've only been to one movie this year. I went and saw Tarot with the wife a couple weeks ago.
How was that?
It was so terrible. I mean, it was good, but the premise was good. Let's just get that out of the way. But I was severely disappointed. The execution was not. It wasn't there.
Okay.
It only got one screaming Cody out of 5 screaming Codys. So.
The Garfield movie was next. Hayden, you guessed 25. I guessed 36. The actual return number again was 30. So again, you won that one as well. They're was another movie, In a Violent Nature, which again we're gonna go see this week. Hopefully, if we get some time. I guessed 9. You guessed 8. We were both way over. The actual retail number, can you take a guess?
We were over. Oh man.
Oh, we were way over.
2?
2.1.
Really?
Yeah, it did worse than Tarot, actually.
How many screens was it on, I wonder?
Well, wait till I tell you the next one. The next one was even... Oh, I can tell you exactly how many screens, because I looked. 1,700.
Huh.
I'm sorry, it was 1,600. 1,600 for In a Violent Nature. The next movie had 1,786. And it was Summer Camp.
Summer Camp.
The Eugene movie with Diane Keaton and all these other... You would think they would get a big reaction from some of the older crowd. I guessed 15. You guessed 12. The actual number was 1 million. Yeah. I mean, what an indictment that
Holy
was.
cow.
I mean, just... Yeah,
Holy
so
cow.
again, that's why Garfield was number 1 at the box office this week.
That is wild.
Yeah. So there are 2 movies they're releasing this weekend. I am not in a hurry to go see either one of these. I'll go through them. The first night is Bad Boys Ride or Die.
Okay, Bad Boys. Bad Boys. What you gonna do?
And not go see your movie.
I'm gonna go 40.
That's a very big number. Cody, you got a number you want to throw out?
You know what? I'm really excited to see it. I saw the trailer for it. The wife was like, I want to go see it. I will go 52.
Those are both big numbers. If it's anything that the last couple of weeks have shown me is that we have a tendency to overestimate these box office totals, and given how sick Martin Lawrence is of making his own movies, I will have to agree with that. Also, I'm going to say 21.
21.
If I could bet $1, I'd bet $1 at this point.
Here's the thing I'm going to say about Bad Boys. Right? Was it Ride or Die? Is that what it is?
Yes.
Okay. I think people are interested in this in the ways that people were not interested in seeing Furiosa. I'm not going to say it's going to be Dune 2 levels of interest, but I think there is an interest in another Bad Boys sequel that's gotten some pretty good buzz. So I think this one may do pretty good this weekend. Definitely better. It's going to do better than Furiosa. I definitely feel it. And it will definitely be better than Garfield. I don't think it's going to be a huge weekend, but I think 40, even 50, I think is attainable.
Hayden, I would tell you that the oxygen mask, make sure you put it on before the plane descends into the mountain. It's just my ultimate guess on this. Is there another movie Will Smith could make at this point? Because I don't think Hollywood would touch him right now.
No.
And don't get me wrong, he's a good actor. I like some of his movies. I mean, it's not from a lack of him not being a talented actor in terms of what he's doing.
Yeah.
I just, again, it's regurgitation of the same garbage that Hollywood keeps putting out. It's like, this is the safe bet. We can make this, and then hope to make $100 million or $200 million. Or
this movie's, the budget's like $100 million, right? I
that's
mean,
not cheap for Hollywood though.
It's almost guaranteed to make a profit. It's almost guaranteed because $100 million. It's a existing franchise where I really think there's an interest. I think people are going to go show up for this thing.
I do, and I really hope it does take off for Will Smith because he's got to pay for his wife's boyfriend's stuff. So,
Yeah.
He might come out of the screen and smack you for that. I'm just saying.
I'm into that. That joke's on him. Slap me harder, Daddy.
Can I please be your attorney for that? Please. Let me be your attorney. Because not a problem. I'll collect 1/3 of the check for you getting slapped. That's not a problem.
Be totally worth it.
The second movie is made by M. Night Shyamalan's daughter, The Watchers. This one kind of has the weird premise of they're in, Scotland or Ireland, and they're in a mirrored house, and these monsters like to watch. It's kind of like a little perverted, I guess. I don't know. This is PG-13.
Usually got to pay extra for voyeurism.
I mean, any thoughts in terms of, or you want me to go first, or?
I'll give a number.
Go ahead.
12.
Okay. Cody?
I'm gonna go 17. Just give it a little bit more, just because it is M. Night Shyamalan's daughter. I think the name's gonna carry, but I don't think it's gonna carry a lot.
I have to go 7. I just don't see legs with any of these movies right now. If you're telling me I could go see The Fall Guy or Garfield or Furiosa or Bad Boys Ride or Die or the Fall Guy or what's the other one that's out right now? There are other big Planet of the Apes.
Planet of the Apes,
Instead of that, I think you're going to spend money for the big budget movie instead of these.
Oh no! Oh no!
I think with this one, I think there's going to be a curiosity to it. I don't think it's going to be any good, and I think that's going to hurt the box office because people are going to see and go, "No, don't go see that." But I think initially, I think there's going to be a curiosity to it because it looks a little weird. It looks kind of like, what is happening here? I agree. You could easily go see something else, but I know there's going to be people going, let me check that out. Just name recognition, I think, is a big thing with it. Because I think some people think that he's actually directing it.
I thought so at first, too. So
Yeah.
he almost fooled me, too. So I had to look into that. Cody, I have to warn you for this next segment. I've been to the bottom of the toilet for all these news articles. So I don't write these myself. These are actual news articles I pulled off the internet.
Awesome.
from reputable news sources online. So before I read them, I'm going to let you know, again, this is bottom rung toilet humor.
Fuck
The
yes.
lowest of the low. We're ready to go. First one comes
I'm
from
ready to get
Breitbart.
canceled tonight. It's okay.
Look, I don't have an audience to get canceled, so I'm good.
Awesome.
This one's from Breitbart. Kanye West's former assistant sues, claims he masturbated on the phone.
Like
So
while on the phone or on top of the phone?
Yeah, I was
look,
gonna say, did he like finish on the phone, like physically
Oh.
on the phone, or
I deliberately started off with this one for a
Okay.
reason.
I'm
So,
gonna set the bar really low on this one?
oh no, I'm starting it really high. This is top level notch. This is coming up to a cliff. Here we go. So Kanye West is being sued by his former assistant, Lauren Piscota. She basically has this text. She's suing him for sexual harassment, breach of contract. Basically, Laura was a OnlyFans worker. She's making $1 million a year. Posted bikini and lingerie photos on OnlyFans. West's approached her and says, basically, I don't want you to do OnlyFans anymore. I want you to be godlike. I will pay you $1 million a year to stop OnlyFans. Sign her up. She took the deal. After that, Kanye West starts sending her text messages. Now, you would think if someone's paying you $1 million a year, they could send you whatever kind of text message they want. Oh, no, no, no.
Oh no.
So, this is what Kanye allegedly said in those text messages. See, my problem is I want to fuck. And then after I fuck, I want a girl to tell me how hard they've been fucked while I'm fucking them. Then I want her to cheat on me.
So first off, there's a lot to unpack there.
Yeah.
Oh, it gets worse. It gets worse. Do you want me to unpack some more?
Hold on.
Dr. Phil?
I got a couple of things real quick, and then
Go
you
ahead.
continue on.
Go ahead.
First
Go
off,
ahead.
it doesn't matter how much a year you're being paid. That is not acceptable in any sort of thing. And number two, that chair that you see in a hotel room is for Kanye West. That is called the cuck chair.
There you go. Yeah, there you go.
Unfortunately, Cody, Kanye West did not stop there. He raises the bar with every text. And to prove that, Piscata claims that West sent her a text that read, "Is my dick racist? It is. This fucking racist dick of mine, I'm going to beat this fucking racist dick for being fucking racist."
Okay.
Oh, what's that? That's not enough? Oh, you want more? Oh, here we go.
Okay.
It's kind of like that when you're watching The Price is Right and the ukulele guy keeps going to the top of the mountain. You have to stop him. It doesn't stop. It goes right up the cliff. Kanye continues, I'm going to stare at pictures of white women with black asses and beat the shit out of my racist dick, beating the shit out of this racist big black cock.
All right.
Yes. So Piscata allegedly is now suing after he gets all these different She also claims that West was fixated on the penis size of her ex-boyfriends.
All right.
Again, I don't care if you're being paid $1 million a year. That's just fucked up and wrong. But number two, he kind of struck me as the cuck type.
Well,
I bet you he invited Ray J over when he was married to Kim.
I could see his next album is going to be, it's the picture of the bed in the hotel with the chair, and the album's going to be called The Cuck Chair. It has to be. That's his
You know
point.
what's funny? I just learned that phrase like 3 days ago. That it's called the cuck chair, and I learned that from my brother during our late night conversations while driving.
the problem I have with this is that she knows what people are going on OnlyFans doing to her picture, the lingerie, and the naked pictures with her. Except now you've shrunken your audience size down to 1.
Yeah.
Look, for $1 million a year, Kanye can call me up and I'll send him naked pictures, and he can call me. I'm volunteer for this.
Wait.
I'm volunteer for this.
Was
I'm
she
going to do it
hired?
for $35. I'm going to do it for $35 a week. I mean, come on.
Now, was she hired for $1 million a year to be his like sex object? Is that what it was, or what was she hired for $1 million a year?
Whatever she was doing, apparently she was really good at it.
I need this job title so I can go.
Here you go. I got the job title here. It is here.
It's on Indeed.
West allegedly promoted Piscata to chief of staff for his companies and paid her a $4 million a year salary. So now you're going to tell me you're going to walk away from a $4 million a year salary because
Feelings.
Kanye West is crazy?
I mean,
I don't know. I just
he is crazy, but I mean, if she's chief of now, hold on again. It depends on what staff she's in charge of.
It's penis staff.
That's what I'm saying. Was this a double entendre where
Right.
she was actually hired for that position, or she was actually like management at his company? If it was management at his company, no, that's not right. If it was the other, I mean, no, because I certainly wouldn't want like that to happen to my wife or my daughter. You know, I know. Like, listen, I'm not gonna sex shame anybody or like OnlyFans. Like, hey, if you're making a shit ton of money, good for you. Like, I'm jealous because I'm fucking ugly and I can't do that shit. But good for you. Like, people will pay me to put my clothes back on instead of taking my clothes off. I'm gonna start an OnlyFans actually, and it's gonna be me as a dad telling you are good enough. And then I'm proud of you.
That kind of leads us to our
Reverse
next
psychology.
topic. Apparently, what do you think that your toenail clippings would go for if you were to clip them up and send them in a box to a fan?
Man, this is a very low-end purchase. It would not be a lot of money.
$100,000.
That's way over. That's way over. So a financial dominatrix reveals her name is Mickey Mina. She's a pretty good looking woman, 23. They got her picture here.
What is her title?
Financial dominatrix. She bullies men and tells them how to spend the money, what they can buy, what they can't buy.
It's called a wife.
I was just gonna say.
And she apparently has a lot
My
of
wife
submissives.
can go. Hun, if you're watching, you can go do this financially, please. Thank you. I'll stay at home and play Xbox.
Well, so a gentleman paid her $2,500 for her nail clippings after her pedicure. $2,500.
What's he gonna do? Blend them up in a smoothie?
Yeah, what is he going to do with them?
Tape
Well,
super glue them to his sex doll?
what's even more bizarre is you guys asked what a financial dominatrix is.
Mm-hmm.
Minky here tells people she goes into their bank account, so they actually have to give their access to bank account information to her.
And this is just a fancy word for wife.
I don't think they get to sleep with her, but again, we already discussed that after marriage there is no sex anyway.
Again, what are you talking about?
And she always makes sure they have enough money to participate. And then she tells them if they can pay their mortgage, their grocery bill, and with the power bill. But apparently, somebody paid her $700 one time to pour chocolate sauce in her hair.
Okay. That's an interesting request.
Men will pay. Jesus Christ. Men will pay so much money for the weirdest thing. Like, Family Guy did a skit on that. They go to the police auction. Oh, we got these used pair of panties we confiscated off a hooker. Quagmire's like, $50. She pissed her pants when we caught her. $60. She had gonorrhea. $50. Men, and this is a generalization, and I apologize, but not really. We're perverts, and some of us, and some of us just like go way off. Like, listen, I asked my best friend and my brother. We were on a three-way call the other day driving, and I said, "What would you rather have? Would you rather get pegged in the ass by a really hot chick, or be fucked by or have to fuck an ugly chick?" My brother says, "Is she a big titty goth girl?" And I said, "Yes." And then he's like, "Yes." So it's like that. Like, listen, and I just sometimes we go way overboard, and that's disgusting with toenails and like used panties. And there was that girl that was making a shit ton of money selling her farts in a jar.
Yeah. What are we doing?
I was like, shit, if I could do that, then I'll just go to Burger King. And zesty sauce every time fucks my system up. Let's fucking go. Start selling my farts in a jar. You know what? I can even fake it. Like, I could have like a AI generated woman farting in a jar, and all these men will be like, "Oh, it's this really hot chick," but no, it's this fat trucker dude from Indiana farting in these jars.
Thank you, AI.
That's my new get rich quick scheme.
There you go.
Hayden, you're on X, right?
Yes.
Cody, are you on X, the platform X?
I am not.
Well, you might want to get on there now. Apparently, X is now officially allowed porn on their website.
I feel like it's always been there.
I mean,
I have to block like so many accounts like a week.
Don't be a dick. Dick.
In 2022, they discovered at least 13% of all ads and all content on X was porn at that time. They didn't give an updated number on that, but you can now get the blue check mark for having porn.
You get the blue pill and the blue check.
It's tandem.
That's what TikTok has become. It's all these girls doing these lives, and then like, "Oh, my link's in the bio. My link's in the bio." I am jealous. I will never shame a woman for. We all sell our bodies. We all do. It's just how we sell it. Like, if you do physical labor for your job, you're selling your strength for that job and getting paid for it. If you're good at, being naked or having sex, might as well if you're good at something, might as well not do it for free. So,
Cody, I would usually agree with you. However, in this next case, I'm going to have to start shaming somebody.
Okay.
I apologize in advance. Hayden, we've talked about these school professionals now for a while, and should they be fired or not fired for what they're doing on TikTok and Instagram and everything else. And this is from the New York Post. Texas elementary teacher filmed sexually explicit videos in the classroom and school bathroom. So this woman resigned for undisclosed reasons in February after clips of her began to surface online. The teacher began flashing her bare breasts and buttocks in a camera in her classroom and then in the school bathroom. Now here's the kicker, because normally that wouldn't be like big news. It happens like every week now, right? She sent them to her ex-boyfriend. And the ex-boyfriend then posted them on the community bulletin board and said, "How do you guys let her do this in the school?"
Oh boy.
She then was caught out and got fired. Basically, hey, resign or get fired.
Yeah.
She is now suing him for a case of revenge porn.
She's suing him.
Oh yeah. Oh, how dare you shade me for
Oh my God. What is happening? What is happening?
There was a lot of dumb in that whole article. Like, okay, listen, if a teacher teachers get paid shit. If she has to go on to OnlyFans to make money to pay for student loans, then yeah, but not in the school.
Not at school. Not at school.
Not at school. I mean, granted, I did have sex in a janitor's closet in a pep assembly, but that's neither here nor there. But I wasn't filming it.
Yeah, I gotta say, like, whatever you want to do for money in your home, whatever, but you can't do it at school. The fact that she's trying to sue him because he ratted her out is kind of wild. I don't really know how that's going to go.
You know what? I agree with that. Snitches get stitches. Way to ruin it for the rest of us.
Apparently there were several community activists who had a real problem with what she did. And one of these was named Quanell X. And he describes the videos in detail during his press conference, saying that she stripped down naked, bending over and showing you everything on the video, and all you can see was cellulite and pubic hair. And then he goes on to say, this woman has lost her damn mind. She needs psychotropic medication. She pulls out her breasts and she's juggling them, looking like she's about to fall over. Then she bends over and pulls down her panties.
Does anybody have the link to these videos? I need to take a look at them for scientific research purposes. But first off, this guy, first off, sounds like he doesn't get sex at home and he's just mad.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. Like, come on.
If you think that he's deranged, wait till you hear this next story. Again, this is from the New York Post. Nebraska funeral worker caught stealing deceased person's sex doll in a body bag.
Wait.
So I'll read through the story. Nebraska funeral worker caught stealing deceased person's sex doll in a body bag.
So she put the sex doll in the body bag.
He does.
What the hell?
Hold on. I guess but he really didn't get into the body bag. That's
Okay.
kind of an exaggeration. Because when we get to the meat and the grit of the story, it works like this. Ryan Smith, 42, was working for Mid-American First.
Well, he was getting to the meat of the story, too.
Oh,
well, he got to the meat all right. So he arrives at the
rim
crime
shot.
and
That was
starts
later.
out.
You got to pay extra.
And there's this dead tenant in this apartment. And on the bed next to him, the deceased person, is this very real-sized version of an adult female sex doll. So the two funeral guys, they come over, they start making jokes about this thing. They're commenting about it. They leave with the dead body. The apartment's locked up for, hey, this is evidence. crime scene, possibly. We can't let anybody in. Well, Smith comes back, pretending to be a part of the deputy.
Oh boy.
And he then comes in and says, I have to get inside the apartment. I have to remove evidence. And the landlord's like, well, I really don't think you should be in there. We can't remove things. He finds the janitor who lets him in. The landlord comes up, and he finds that the apartment has the chain on the door. And he can't get in. Because he's like, I better go up and just make sure everything's still square up there. And by the time, then Ryan comes running over to the door, and he's kind of adjusting his pants and tucking his shirt into the pants. Out of the bedroom.
What?
Yes, he's running out of the bedroom. So he told the apartment complex employee he needed to collect the sex doll for evidence. He had the body bag with him. However, he deadbolted the chain across the door. The complex worker confronts Smith, whose shirt was untucked and his pants were in disarray. And reminded him no property could be removed. He then goes back, and the complex worker, and calls the police, who show up. And the sex doll appears to have been tampered with in the inner thigh area. And was sticky to the touch.
Ah, yes.
Why? Oh, hold on. Why would you touch it? If there's suspected foul play, why would you touch it?
Well,
Warm, salty, sticky touch.
I'm sure that Smith had a good time. I don't know if he bought the doll drinks or not before this, but it's now the scene of a sexual assault at this point for the sex doll. I don't think it was non-consensual, I'm sure. But yeah, so again, this is Ryan Smith, New York Post. Can't make this stuff up. 42 years old.
Looks like an adult baby.
Yeah.
Hold that up again. Yeah, it looks like a baby.
Again. And those things are not cheap, right? I mean, anybody know how much they cost?
I have not priced one of those out.
Good answer. Good answer. Good answer.
Why would I know that?
That's kind of wild.
It's funny because I mentioned that to somebody, this article, and they told me exactly how much it costs. I said, how do you know that?
Oh.
Scientific research. I was writing an article for the New York Times.
Sometimes I moonlight as the investigating officer.
Hayden and Cody, you guys know I'm a big fan of history. And I'm always a big proponent of teaching the youth all about history and weird history and strange history. And 203 years ago, on May 5th, Napoleon Bonaparte passed away. Finally, history has come across and found somebody with a smaller dong than I currently have. Do you guys want to take a guess at how big Napoleon's dick was?
About an inch.
He was
Hayden?
small, so I'm going to say, yeah, like 2, 3.
Actually, it's a fallacy. He was not small.
No.
They drew him that way. England drew him that way specifically to try to antagonize him and to try to stir up national sentiment against him. I think he was actually a taller gentleman, at least according to Alice Loxton, whose history she probably doesn't hear stuff mentioned with this article. Cody, your stuff is almost right on. He was an inch and a half.
Damn.
And is currently here in New Jersey.
Really?
That's right. Yes, the phallic piece was purchased in 1977 for a total of $3,000.
And who is this lady that owns it?
So I've got about 500 questions at this point. The most important... I'm only at the auction because I want to buy Napoleon.
Yeah, what are you here for?
Joke's on her. That's not really his penis. That is a smoky link that has been put through a dehydrator.
Does it come with a certificate of authenticity?
Actually, you know what? He was 5'5". According to the article here, Hayden, you were right. He was 5'5". So I guess he was rather short. Yeah.
I don't know if you guys listen to Howard Stern at all.
Okay.
But they do phony phone calls, and Sal and Richard called in to this like swap and shop, and they like was trying to sell a jar of Milton Burrows urine, and it came with a certificate of authenticity.
That's awesome.
And this radio DJ puts it like this guy puts it on, and he's not even paying attention, but he's like, yeah, my uncle worked in the medical lab, and it's a huge jar of Milton Berle's urine, and it's still got some of the urine in there. It does come with a certificate of authenticity. Like, how do you authenticate stuff like that?
Yep, I was there when he peed.
Yeah, I was. Yep, this tastes like Milton Burrow. You got to take it to pawn shop. Yeah, I would love to see that episode. That lady takes that as Napoleon's penis. Rick's like, I don't know much about this, but I know an expert. Who do you call? Yes. The length is small. It is troubled. Yep, that is Napoleon's.
Must be Napoleon's.
Smells musty.
That's kind of wild. Like, how do you even like? I mean, is there like a circle where this is advertised? Like, oh, guess what's going to be up for auction over here in, New Jersey at the auction house? You got Napoleon's hat, his sword, his penis, his, other memorabilia.
What was that? What was that last one? Oh, it was his hat.
Yeah, his hat. His hat.
I would be that guy to just like put in some fake names. Like, first bid goes to Mike Hunt.
Christopher, what was this person that bought it has a name? Like who was the person that bought it?
Oh, okay.
Anita Cox. Oh, I'm sorry. Her name's Sharon. Sharon Cox.
Her name is Evan Lattimore. Her father, Dr. J. K. Lattimore, bought it and never showed it to anyone. He never told anyone. He just put it under his desk, and it was there for 20 years. He was the urologist. I guess he had bought it. The person who had snipped it was, I guess, the resentful doctor. I don't know why he was so resentful. The article doesn't say.
Good God.
Yeah. But I guess the post-mortem was carried out by Napoleon's doctor in front of 17 witnesses. So this was
certificate of authenticity.
So it's got 17 certificates.
Yep. Yeah.
Now she mentions she hadn't looked at the penis for years. It was in a FedEx box.
You can't ship that USPS.
How do you declare that?
The legend was the doctor kept it under his bed. Why under the bed? I don't know.
I know.
You got some freaky chicks out there.
It's called.
I am at a loss. Boom.
No, it was air dried, so no one's gonna look so great after 200 years. It was like a little baby's finger.
It pulled out.
It was always compared to beef jerky. It sort of dried out.
It was like a little baby's finger.
Does it taste like beef jerky too? I want her to answer that question for me, please.
So, the end of the
Snap
article,
into it.
Like, Slim Jim.
Gotta get Randy Macho Man said, "Oh yeah, snap into it."
some of the other body parts that are listed at different places and weird places are Ludwig van Beethoven's ear bones, are in San Jose University. Lincoln's skull fragments are at the National Museum of Health and Medicine in D.C. Galileo Galilei's finger is in the Museum History of Natural Science in Florence, Italy. Here we go. Cody, this one's for you.
Ooh.
Thomas Edison's last breath is in a glass tube at Henry Ford Museum in Michigan.
That's
And
legit.
Albert Einstein's brain is at the Mutter Museum in Philadelphia.
Let's go back to that. Let's go
And
back to
Christopher Michael Blake's last fart is in a...
It's in this baggie about to get sent out.
that. Listen, wouldn't you hate to be the janitor at the museum and you accidentally open the jar? Oh, shit.
That was like- Yep, save the day.
Every day, no one's going to know.
Oh, God. That's a
Yeah.
wild story.
we don't make this stuff up. These are national news stories.
No.
And this next one's from TMZ. So
Yeah.
it's got to be accurate.
Harvey. I love Harvey.
Khloe Kardashian says, my camel toe vanished when I lost weight.
Call 911.
Khloe Kardashian says slimming down has had an effect in a unique way. Dropping pounds trimmed those hard-to-reach areas as well, including her frickin' vagina. The reality star opened up about losing weight on Thursday's episode of The Kardashians on Hulu and says that ever since she's lost weight, she's lost her close friend, Camille. The name she gave her, Camel Toe.
It's not even clever. Camille the camel toe. Come on.
There is.
You could have named it like Jorge.
Company in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and its name is Camel Toe. It really is.
Look, when I lose weight, when I put weight on, I have a difficult time seeing Chaz. You know what I'm saying? Because Chaz is, I have the opposite effect. I put weight on and I can't see him. It's like, what happened? It's like Napoleon. He's bigger than I am, so it's like I can't figure it out. But
so she was upset that she lost it.
So he says she was upset. What starts out as a lovely conversation about micro penises between Khloe and her half sister Kylie takes a personal turn when Khloe Kardashian uses the term micro penis before admitting she wishes she had the smaller hoo-ha herself. Khloe says, I think a micro penis would be... Is it micro penis? It must be maybe it's micro pussy. I think a micro pussy would be fascinating. Doesn't everyone want a smaller pussy? I have to tend to have a larger pussy. Like when I'm fat, it gets fatter.
Is this like
when I was fat, I had Camille. Now that I'm skinny, Camille has disappeared.
So is this like a typical like dinner conversation? Like at the Kardashians?
I've never watched the show. I couldn't tell you, what goes on here.
You have Cody's attention.
Can we stop making stupid people famous, please? Is this really what people fucking watch?
Unfortunately,
there's a sad trickle-down effect to it, right? Because all the young girls that watch that show are talking about this topic, and your parents they're like, what? Micro, what?
This is her Roman Empire.
That brings us to the next topic, though, believe it or not.
Oh, God.
Because
it gets worse.
It's a domino effect.
Unfortunately, there's a Kim Kardashian here, too. And this is from the UK Daily Mail. And I'm not going to read the headline because she was recently on the cover of Variety. Okay? And she's labeled a hard-working actress. And she's put up there with several other actors and actresses.
Yeah, I've seen the video, too. She was certainly acting in that.
Yeah, exactly.
Ray J did most of the work.
But my question to you both is Kim Kardashian an actress?
No. What has she acted in?
You say no, Cody? Hayden?
Nope.
I'm going to disagree. And I got the empirical evidence to beat you both right now. Are you ready?
Go for it.
So, several people online took the same stance that you did. They said it's an insult to trained actors like Chloe Sevigny and Tom Hiddleston and Brie Larson and Robert Downey Jr. It insults them because these people do real work, whereas Kim K just kind of shows up, right? Now, she was recently in American Horror Stories, FX, right? The Delicate, right? But I'm going to make sure I get this correct.
Is this going to be one of those Paris Hilton, everybody in the movie theater cheers when she dies in the wax house?
That was a great scene.
It was a great scene.
If I had this resume, I would consider myself a working actor. So I think Kim Kardashian, again, is a working actress. She was in Paw Patrol, the Mighty Paw movie. Okay, she was in both of those. Tyler Perry's Temptation, Confessions of a Marriage Counselor, Drop Dead Diva, CSI New York, Deep in the Valley, Beyond the Break, and the Disaster Movie. She's also played herself in Ocean's 8, Alligator Boots, 2 episodes of Broke Girls, American Dad, 30 Rock, Last Man Standing, and Brothers.
When
and she's currently an executive producer and star in a 10-episode, the 5th season of The Kardashians. So she has a resume. Any change of thought there? I mean, if I started doing things, I'm an actor at that point. I've made it.
I mean, look, she's not earned any of that. You know, like
No.
that stuff is all handed to her.
You know, if
Like-
OJ had just not killed Nicole, we would not be having the Kardashians right now. I just want to point that out. Fuck you, OJ. I hope you're rotting in hell.
As a fair butterfly effect moment right there.
Seriously, because Robert Kardashian would not have become super famous if it wasn't for OJ, and we wouldn't have gotten this bullshit. Stop making Kardashians famous, my God. I am proud to say I've never seen one of their episodes, and I
Yeah.
never will.
Yep.
I had not either. I had not
Yep.
seen that either.
I lied. I saw one
I think it's like, seriously, you
demo reel.
you know, she could have that filmography, but honestly, you're not picking her on her acting chops. You're picking her because she's Kim Kardashian, right? And there's a name recognition, right? Nobody's going to see her because she's such a good actress. Like, she didn't earn any of that, right? She didn't have to scratch and claw to get those roles. Like, so, you know, okay, yeah, she's in stuff, but she's not really an actress. She's a reality star.
Is she more of an actress than, say, Lady Gaga?
There's the same. I think Lady Gaga's done better acting. She's done some dramatic roles.
She was a lead.
She was a lead. Yeah, she was a lead. So like,
And that movie was A Star Was Born.
she was in A Star
really
Was
good
Born.
movie.
She was in that what was the one that Ridley Scott did with
The one that nobody watched. The
yeah,
Italian.
yes, yeah. She was in that, and she was the lead in that as well. So she's an actress, right? I mean, that's like pop star turned actor, like Madonna. You know, Madonna had some acting chops too. You know, Kim Kardashian, no.
Oh, she's also going to be in that new Joker movie too.
Yeah.
Lady Gaga.
Yeah, and I don't even want to think about it. My head's hurting. I really don't know if I want to see that.
Listen, Jared Leto was absolutely the worst Joker ever.
At least he was a Joker in the movie, though. I mean,
Are you waiting for the worst Harley Quinn ever, though?
yeah.
I don't know. I just
And listen, and to the couples that are watching out there, the Joker and Harley are not a couple you want to idolize. The fuck is wrong with you? Stop it! It's not cute. It is sick and mental illness.
But Mr.
She was
J,
she was a fucking therapist, and he convinced her to go crazy and become his partner. Like, come on, this is
you got
not
the
right.
plot right through in the bed of the ass too.
I don't know. I you know what? Out of all the Jokers, including the animated ones, I gotta say Mark Hamill's Joker that he does in that cartoon series.
Yeah, he's
is
good.
Fucking hilarious.
He's very good at it.
Where's my electric car, Bruce?
He has such a good voice and you know, representation of that character. He's very good at it.
This next one's from, again, New York Post. Ice-T is appalled by Lenny Kravitz's weird 9-year celibacy confession.
Listen,
Ice-T says, I love to fuck.
I'm calling bullshit. I'm calling 100% bullshit. Lenny Kravitz, quit lying. We know it's a thing because then he's out there and this one girl's like, oh my God, he hasn't had sex in 9 years and he just had sex with me. In reality, he's had sex every day for the last 9 years with a different chick and just says, well, I haven't had sex in this long, but I'm holding it out for someone special.
If he's not having sex, how much masturbating do you think he's doing?
Well, he's watching that school teachers OnlyFans.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
And also, if Lenny Kravitz hears or sees this, this is all in joke. Please do not sue me.
This is
No, I was talking about my whole he's out there having sex thing. I don't want to be sued for slander.
Look. So Ice-T thinks Lenny Kravitz is weird for staying celibate for 9 years. He says 9 years without sex. Fuck that bullshit. Weirdo shit.
I mean, imagine what my Pepsi thinks of me. Like, to have Ice-T think that you do all these things.
Pepsi makes you piss blood. Why is he celibate? What? Did he ever give a reason?
I guess he broke up with somebody, and he just has not found that special place. He says that specifically, the Flyaway singer told The Guardian that celibacy is a spiritual thing. After being asked whether he was serious, when he previously said he was willing to wait until he found the right woman. Yeah.
Okay, so my little theory of him telling every single woman that she is a special one.
It's true.
It's plausible.
Yes.
For legal reasons, it is plausible.
I think I'm leaning towards Ice-T on this one.
I've got to say, listen. First off, I'm a married man, so I take it where I can get it. But I could not go. Like, no, I can't. How much lotion is being delivered to this man's house? Lotion and tissue. Jurgen's just bringing it in. Hold on. Hi, this is Nick. Yeah, I'm Lenny Kravitz's manager. I need 2 tanker trucks of lotion. It's on back order.
You would think he'd be inspired to write some new song based on his experience.
I want to come again. I want.
Now, to pivot away, here's Ice-T with his wife Coco.
Yes.
And you can see where Coco... Yeah, I think you want to do that again there, Cody?
Absolutely, like anybody. Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's... Yeah. So, yeah. Good for Ice-T.
Yeah.
Hayden, we often talk about the most dangerous place in the world being McDonald's.
Yes.
And for Cody, you're not aware, the trials and tribulations of being a McDonald's worker may be the most dangerous job in the world today.
Definitely.
However, there is a chain restaurant out there that is vying to become and knock McDonald's off its pedestal, and that is Wingstop. So
I got
this
food
is
poisoning from a Wingstop, so that I can believe that.
This is from Fox News. The Texas Wingstop employee was fatally shot after his boss sent him home early amid dispute.
He literally sent him home early.
Yeah.
He was discharged to Jesus.
You know,
He punched out. He's off the clock.
the Wingstop employee in Texas is arrested for allegedly shooting and killing his boss during an argument. Mark Leon, 22, was taken into custody Monday night after Irving police found the boss dead and another person wounded. It sounds like it's a real heartbreaking story here. I mean, the guy was working 2 jobs trying to take care of his parents. Yeah.
Okay, that's understandable.
You know, I just I look at this and I say to myself, why? I mean, look, the guy sent you home. Why not just? I mean, he didn't fire you.
Right.
He sent you home. You know.
Yeah.
Was that worth taking somebody's life? I mean, I don't know.
I feel like years ago they just would have went home, but nowadays it's like everything's drastic reaction, overreaction. Come back with a gun. It's like, I don't know. I don't really know what's going on with that.
I think the most I ever did, the last time I ever got fired, is I pulled up Google, looked up the nearest flower shop, told them to go down there, buy themselves a cactus, and go fuck themselves with it. But wow, it's tragic all around. I mean, somebody's life ended because of this worker. The guy's parents now are gonna, it's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's terrible. It's a terrible situation, and you know you can't argue with anybody nowadays without potential ramification of being shot.
you always have to worry, like, even if you're driving and somebody's driving crazy, you lay on the horn, you run into a red light next to each other. You just don't know. Is that person going to pull out a gun and shoot me because I honked my horn at them? You don't know anymore. Yeah. Years ago, you'd be like, whatever. Not a big deal. But now it's like you got to have eyes everywhere.
People don't give a shit anymore.
Yeah.
Now, Hayden, I'm going to give you the storyline, and you tell me what state it's from, okay?
Okay.
This is a layup. It's a softball question.
Yeah.
Alleged home intrusion goes sideways when man with Hail Satan knife meets gun-toting homeowner.
Yeah. This it's Texas or Florida.
Texas it is. Ding, ding, ding. You win the grand prize.
Gun-toting homeowner.
On Monday in the town of Taylor, Texas, a man allegedly attempted to rob a home using a satanic knife, but was halted by an armed homeowner.
Satanic knife.
First off, you never bring a satanic knife to a gunfight.
Yes. That's like a cardinal sin. What are you doing?
It's a fatal sin.
Yeah. What are we doing?
Police received a 911 call at 11:35 p.m. in which a homeowner reported a man with a knife trying to enter the house. While they were en route, the person got into the house and was shot. Officers arrived to find the suspect, identified as 23-year-old Austin Sumter, lying on the front porch with a gunshot wound to his hip. Sumter was taken to a nearby hospital, was treated for non-life-threatening injuries. Upon further inspection of the break-in, police discovered a large knife whose sheath was inscribed with the words "Hail Satan."
I gotta be honest, man. If you're in Texas and you're breaking into somebody's home, what do you think's gonna happen? Like, that's just stupid.
I'm pretty sure they didn't think Charlie Manson was going to be breaking into your house today.
I mean, he's lucky he only got shot in the hip.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the Quentin Tarantino version where somebody pops out with a flamethrower and lights him up.
I have the most awesome home defense device. So all I have to say is, Alexa, there's an intruder. And it shuts off all the lights, and it says, "Welcome to the rice paddies, motherfucker." And it starts playing Fortunate Son, and the Roomba with a fucking claymore comes out of the closet, and it's called the Boomba. Available at Walmart.
Dude, this is like the plot of Home Alone.
Available at the Sharpe side of
Paranormal. Not shop.
Right. There you go.
You do need a Class 3 firearms license to own a Claymore. So I need proof before shipping. Wouldn't that be so funny, though?
That would be great.
I saw this this meme, and it said, "Describe this device wrong." And it was a landmine, and they said, "Oh, that's the original Roomba." And it's not wrong, though. He is not wrong, because it will clean up a 50-foot radius around.
Hayden, we saw Furiosa this past week. And
yes.
This is just more evidence that Chris Hemsworth will be in any piece of shit that you can possibly pay him to be in. He has signed on for the live-action Transformers meets G.I. Joe crossover.
Yes. I got to be honest. I think that might be pretty good.
Chris Hemsworth, the voice of Optimus Prime in the upcoming Transformer 1 animated movie, is now reportedly joining the live-action G.I. Joe Transformers crossover from the franchise series.
Is he playing like a Transformer or a G.I. Joe soldier?
I'm assuming it's a G.I. Joe soldier because...
Why else would you put him in the movie, right? Like, if you're not going to put him on screen.
Again, I have no idea.
Huh.
You know, but is this too much? I mean, they saturated the market so badly with these Transformer movies that we gotta get G.I. Joe in here now to try to spice things up.
They've been trying to do this crossover for years. And I think with the last Transformers movie, I don't know if you saw it, the one with the...
Rise of the Beasts?
Yes. It ends with like a kind of a tag for, the crossover, because the one main human character joins GI Joe at the end of it, right? So that's the jump off point to bring GI Joe in, because they screwed up the GI Joe movies. So now I think they want to kind of course correct, bring it in here and see what happens.
The first one.
I do too.
I think the first two.
The first one is good. The second one's okay. It's not terrible.
Are we talking GI Joe or talking Transformers?
G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe.
Yeah, I thought. Well, the second one was good too.
Yeah.
And after that, they just turned to dog shit, kind of like the Transformers movies.
That's agree.
Yeah.
You said it really well there, Cody. Yeah, I can't argue with that.
I mean, come on. The first one had Megan Fox.
The blonde in the second one was hotter though.
That's true.
I'm just saying. I don't know her name. I just telling you, she was hot. The one hanging out with Patrick Dempsey. Oh yeah, smoke show. By the way, I give out one Cody Bear for every tit and naked scene I see. So I'm not kidding. Hayden, tell him.
It's true.
This is how I grade, by the way. So yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I got some. She had some talent. Not to divest. Are you guys aware of the new sport that's out there? This new pastime that's overtaking fishing.
Oh God.
What is it?
No.
It's called magnet fishing. So.
Oh yes. My son wants to do this.
Oh really?
No,
Okay.
my son wants to do this, but my ex-wife and I agree. Probably not a good idea for an 8-year-old to be doing that. So.
I don't think under supervision it wouldn't be so terrible. I mean, I So. The premise is you take a magnet, you hook it to your fishing reel, and you throw it out, and you cast it, and you reel it back in, and you pull up whatever metallic objects have sunk into the bottom of this lake or river. And some people find guns or bikes or vehicles even. Well, one couple in New York City found $100,000 cash in a safe.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did. It was in a Corona Park.
Nope. What $100,000?
Yeah. Well, no. So they turned it in, and nobody claimed it, and because there was no identifying markers inside the safe, they were actually able to keep the full $100,000. Yeah. So, and for whatever reason, he has. Check this out. It's pretty cool. A magnet throwing championship belt. At first, I thought this was like a WWE John Cena belt. Oh, I was wrong. It says on there, magnet throwing champion.
That's what?
2024. I'm not making that up. That's what it says.
It's reigning, defending.
I don't know. James Kayne and Barbie Agnosti found the safe off magnet fishing in Corona Park. Yeah. They have called the NYPD to avoid any legal trouble. The cops arrived to check out the bizarre call. Again, that's a picture of him pulling up the safe. So, and inside was $100,000 cash. So, Cody, I have to ask. I know you believe in the paranormal.
Mm-hmm.
Do you believe in aliens?
Yes, I do.
Have you ever seen an alien?
No.
That was a long pause.
Not because
I
we
don't
don't.
know.
How
That
do
was
we?
a long pause.
Yes.
Tell us the story.
No, I've never seen an alien. So the thing is, we don't know what. I mean, there could be aliens here right now, and we don't know. We wouldn't know. That's the problem.
So, again, I just came back from the Paranormal and Cryptoids Expo at a conference in Sayreville. But again, this is on the New York Post. In Las Vegas, the aliens are there. In case you weren't aware, I can tell you where they're at. Cody, I know where they're at. You say you don't know? I know. They're in Las Vegas. Because the New York Post is telling me so. So,
I mean, they're
reputable, yes.
Yeah, very reputable.
The Las Vegas alien video shows at least two beings using a cloaking device. And this expert says, I'm opening it up to peer review. And this is what he says. He says, there are at least two beings using some sort of cloaking device that landed in a Las Vegas backyard A veteran crime scene reconstruction analyst said. Scott Roeder, who has testified as an expert in some of the most highly publicized criminal cases in the world, and I would take this back up to court right now if I was the defense attorneys, broke down a video of a reported alien sighting in Las Vegas frame by frame. In 1 second of real time, there are 30 frames that show a head with a smoke coming out of it, which Roeder called some sort of cloaking device. I applied the same principles I would to any kind of homicide investigation. This is where I get my defense attorney on, so we need to go back for a retrial at this point, get this guy back on the stand. Who testified in cases such as like Oscar Pistorius' murder trial that at this particular time, what we've seen here is proof of a couple things. That these entities are real. They're there. This is not fake. This is not fraud. So they have a picture. It's hard to see, but they drew a nice little arrow to where the being with the cloaking device is, which is it kind of looks like the Predator.
Right.
So the Predator could actually be in Las Vegas right now, getting ready for its summer hunt because it's like the hottest time of the year down there. It only goes in the summertime, right? That's it. Like it's got to be like really hot.
I saw this video, and it's like, I don't even know, man. Like, you're always like skeptical when you see stuff like this. It's like, I don't know, maybe not. You know, it's, you know, there's aliens out there, but like, I feel like a lot of this stuff is coming very fast and furious. Where, oh look, I got a video. Here's an alien. You know, I don't know.
All I would say is, go ahead, Cody.
Again, we don't know. Do we know what aliens look like?
Man.
How do we know we're not the aliens? Like, how do we know that we're not aliens and we were sent here, and like our minds were erased, and we think we're living this life, and this is actually an alien prison? We don't know that.
Well, I can say this. I don't know about anything about that, but I know if you're a member of the Jamaican Voodoo Posse right now, and you're in Las Vegas, you need to be fearing for your life right now. You might want to take the summer off. I'm just saying. just you know. Hayden, have you ever flown on an airplane?
I have.
Cody, have you flown on airplanes?
Yes, I have.
Have you ever had somebody shit their pants next to you?
Yes, I have.
Maybe you were in the story here. I don't know. It's possible. I don't know. You weren't the one who shit your pants, though, right?
I do not recall.
That's a good answer. So,
What we're talking about?
This Delta passenger shared his crappy experience on a recent flight.
Oh, it was crappy, all right.
After a fellow traveler had a poop accident mid-flight.
Poo.
Yes.
Listen. We can make fun of this guy for shitting his pants all we want, but let's be honest. We have all done it before. We have all shit our pants.
Look, I plead the fifth.
You can plead the fifth. I'm man enough to admit I have trusted a fart way too much and have crapped my pants. It has happened.
Thank you for that revelation, Cody. So let me ask you another question. So if you're on a plane, would you expect the flight attendant to go over and clean up this human waste? You imagine you're on the plane now for a couple hours to go. Would you guys sit there and smell this human excrement the whole way for the remainder of your flight? Isn't that flight attendant's job to go ahead and clean this up at this point?
No.
I mean,
You gotta put the marshal.
I'm assuming this is a
The air marshal.
right. Yeah. I mean,
Where's Liam Neeson?
what?
You got 20 minutes or the smell is going to kill the passenger. It's going to kill a passenger every 20 minutes.
Oh my god. I don't know. Like, what's in the manual? Is it a contracted position? Like, is there a grievance they could file if you make them clean the shit?
Is it solid? Is it liquid?
Right? Like, yeah. what are the degrees of consistency before they don't touch it, and they call the guy that throws the bags and the luggage compartment to go get it?
This is what they call a streaky brown area. So
Oh boy!
apparently, several passengers wanted the flight attendant to clean this up.
And what did the flight attendant say?
Well, the flight attendant was unsure, and she needed a passenger to tell her what to do. So
I much would rather have the bolts fail and the door fly off than sit next to a shitty passenger.
Oh man! Like,
at what point did the oxygen mask deploy? That's all I have to ask.
Listen, even though the bag is not inflated, the shit smells.
it still stinks.
So
This must have happened on an Airbus. I bet you Boeing paid somebody to shit their pants on this flight. Oh, you can't go on Airbuses. They make you shit your pants. You got to go back to Boeing planes. Forget about us killing people.
This was actually Delta, but apparently one passenger on the flight said, "That's not your job, lady, to clean this excrement up." So you got like 20 other passengers screaming for her to clean this thing up, and you got one guy saying, "That's not your job."
Oh man!
Who does she listen to?
Follow your heart.
I would listen to the one person that said no.
That's right. So,
Oh man!
yes.
This is like the plot of the new Airplane movie.
You're not shitting me.
So, in order to thank him for his support, she then gifted him like 1,000,000 miles.
1,000,000.
Yeah.
And what did we learn today, kids? The next time someone shits their pants on a plane and the flight attendant asks you, "Do I clean that up?" You say no, you're going to get 1,000,000 miles. It is legal precedent. If they don't do it, you can sue.
Well, I guess it was a gift. It was a gift. So
Saul Goodman.
It was a gift for, his support during the extremely crappy situation.
Yes.
Airport 24.
Have,
Surely you can't be serious.
are you Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
Do you like gladiator movies?
Have either of you eaten pasta lately?
Actually, no.
Yeah.
Now, Cody, what was in the pasta that you ate?
What do you mean, what's in it?
What was in it? What kind of sauce?
Oh, it was just spaghetti sauce with mushrooms.
Are you sure your grandmother her ashes weren't sprinkled into the sauce?
I don't know if anybody can be sure of that.
Because this sister decided to pull the prank of all pranks on her brother, who I believe was just gotten out of jail.
Hold on a second. Is this lady related to Eric Cartman?
No, she's from Australia.
Is this good chili? You're eating your family.
So she came up with this saucy confession.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, saucy confession.
I saw what you did there.
So my nan passed away in August last year and got cremated. Obviously, my family and myself were grieving, so we went to Mom's one night and thought, just to cheer her up, why don't we taste Grandmom's ashes? After I did it once, my mom got to do it, and we didn't want to be alone.
What in the world?
And then she goes on to say that her brother had just gotten out of prison. And she welcomes him home, and without telling him, she sprinkles some of the ashes into the pasta sauce.
What is happening?
Well, he used to play pranks on me all the time when we were kids. So I thought it'd be funny to prank him at this point in time.
Oh my God. Just peeing his Cheerios, man. Like,
Was he mad afterward? If he was mad afterwards, if she did not say, "Don't be upsetty, just eat some spaghetti," this was a horrible,
missed opportunity. Missed opportunity.
opportunity.
Oh man. That's like one of those things where you like, as you're walking away from the situation, you're like, oh, why didn't I catchphrase it? Oh man.
She now confesses that she has a weird addiction to these ashes and believes that eating them helps her connect with her late grandmother. Together, Nana will live forever for me.
She's connected every time she chews them. She's connected.
So she just them out on a plane.
What the hell?
Would have been better if she just put it in like brownie mix. Nobody would know.
You wouldn't. Oh my!
I have a hero, Hayden. I have a hero. And who this person is would never guess, not in a million years. It is Flavor Flav.
Okay.
Oh yes, I saw this story.
Yes. So the U.S. Olympic women's polo team, he is one of their supporters, and he told them that if they came home with the gold, he would buy them custom bling in the shape of large clocks covered in 24 karat gold. And this isn't like, I'm not making fun, I'm not making jest. I wish all people would support U.S. Olympics like this. This is Flavor Flav, by the way. Apparently, it is very hard for these women Olympians to find sponsors to go overseas and go compete. And he is taking up women's water polo as one of those sports that he is supporting. He wishes that more people would become aware that these athletes, they need sponsor money to be able to go do these events and train. And it's a year-round, it's 2 years training in preparation for these events sometimes. So he says that they do come home with the gold, he will buy them gold blinged out clocks. So I thought it was very admirable. I wish more companies and celebrities would support America like this. To be honest with you, I really. So Flavor Flav today, you get the gold star for today. You get the gold clock for today, in my opinion.
Can you imagine if Khloe Kardashian sponsored an Olympic sport? Khloe's camel toes.
You forgot about part two. Part two, the search for Camille.
Listen, the thing about Flavor Flav, he is never on time to anything. Which is weird.
With all these clocks, how are you late? How do you fuck that up?
He keeps forgetting daylight savings time.
How about this? Is Bridget Nielsen going to be on the women's polo team?
Oh man! Well, do you remember when he had that series on VH1, Flavor of Love? Do you remember that?
Never watched it, but
Ah man, I used to watch that all the time. It was a great show.
Yeah. But I give him a lot of credit for that. I really do. I can't speak highly enough about him.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
We now come to Diplo. This is from TMZ, by the way. Diplo is, of course, the music singer, right? The music producer.
Oh, I thought that was the Wish version of Lego. I'm sorry.
No.
Duplo.
Well, I know Duplo,
I know
but I thought Diplo was the Wish version. That's what happens when you order Legos on Wish.
Well,
It is
Diplo,
midnight. I'm in my prime.
we're almost done. I'm sorry.
No. I'm saying this is my prime. This is where I come up with good shit.
Well,
Around midnight.
Diplo, on his, I believe it's his X. Is it X or? So he wishes everybody a happy Naked Pride Month, and then he shoots rainbows from his ass.
What is that like animated? Like.
So the music producer posted a pic on social media on Saturday in honor of himself, wishing his
like,
followers a happy holiday.
It's really doing that?
Pic of himself naked with his legs dangling in the air. At the top of the pose, Diplo added a rainbow to the pic, and it's pretty clear blasting right out of this guy's booty.
Wow, Skittles is going above and beyond in their new ad campaign. Taste the rainbow.
Skiplos. I don't want to taste any of those flavors.
They came out with a brown one. Exclusively on Delta flights.
Diplo has aligned himself with LGBTQ+, but he does not identify himself as gay. However, he does say he has received oral sex from a man before. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself,
A
but you're not,
blowjob's a blowjob.
but you're not gay. I don't, I don't understand. I know labels and everything, but
Was he in prison?
maybe if you just close your eyes, it's all the same, right?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. Nowadays,
A
it's-
blowjob is a blowjob. Let's be honest. We're all married men here. And $20 is $20. Have you seen gas prices lately? $20 is $20.
Oh God!
What did I say? Why did I allow this guy to come on my show?
Oh, you're awesome. $20, $20. I might have a 10. What can I get for that?
So
A
it's
rainbow out of my ass.
it's $10 for an HJ, 20 for a blowjob, and it's $40 for a Z job.
Gotcha.
Finish it. Hit the punchline. What's a Z job?
Yeah, I like set you up for like the awesome joke.
I'll finish it for you. There you go.
Thank you.
What's a Z job?
If you have to ask, you can't afford it, bub.
That's a great
Beer
movie.
Fest.
That's a great
Beer
movie.
Fest. It's a great movie.
Great movie.
The people that did Super Troopers.
Yes. Beer Fest. I want to go watch that now.
Yes. Yeah, fucking Willie Nelson in it too at the end. I'm at this pot smoking competition, and my team, Cheech and Chong, got caught up and got them.
The last story for tonight comes from Breitbart. Are you aware of this remake? I know you're a big fan of reboots. You've been telling me tonight, Cody. They're remaking the Time Bandits movie from the 1980s. Now, however, in the biggest goof that I could see, they're not going to be any little people in this movie.
That was like the big thing with the original.
Of course, because as a kid growing up, I hate to say this, but little people, they waddle when they walk. They do. I mean, that's what they, and the movie, they're funny, and they're great actors in the movie.
Yeah.
But, let's face it, I mean, the new Willy Wonka movie was Hugh Grant. It wasn't,
Right.
It's like they're anti-little people nowadays ever since Peter Dinklage came out and told them not to hire anybody anymore. But can you guess who they want to play the lead bandit, Time Bandit?
Chris Hemsworth.
No, it's his brother Liam.
Both of them will do anything you want for money. $20 right there.
$20 is $20.
Diplo and Chris Hemsworth.
This is maybe even somebody who I would never hire for anything. Lisa Kudrow.
Why?
Again, I guess it's going to be an all-female Time Bandit cast.
But even if it's an all-female cast, why Lisa Kudrow?
How far did you have to go down on the list?
No, Lisa, you were our first choice.
On page 970.
Yeah, just don't tell her. Don't tell her agent.
I'm used to about like a good movie. Ian Holmes in the movie. Again, we just got done reviewing Alien. He was in there as Napoleon. Sean Connery's in the movie. The original.
Right.
David Rappaport. He plays the lead role, the tiny person. In the movie. Just a great overall cast. Very well acted. I mean, it's a memorable movie.
It's a great movie. Yeah.
And you're gonna go and fuck it up with this, and I'm like, why would they do that? I don't understand.
I am for remakes when it's actually done well. Example, I am excited for the Twisters movie that is coming out in July.
It looks good. Yeah, it looks good.
It looks so fucking good. I am so pumped up for it. Let's fucking go. I like Top Gun 2. Top Gun Maverick.
Great movie. Yeah.
Great fucking movie. They kept the same energy. I was like, fuck yeah, let's go. No. You got to do it right.
Lisa Kudrow. Man, I don't even know. What was... She's so far out of the spotlight. She's not even C-list. She's D-list celebrity at this point.
I think the last movie I've ever seen her do was The Easy A.
Right.
She played that guy.
And that was years ago.
That was
like easily maybe like 10, 12 years ago.
Yeah, and again, good movie, very good movie. But come on,
I don't understand the casting myself, and
Who else is in it? Did it say?
they have
Hugh Grant. Hugh Grant is
Hugh Grant and Chris Hemsworth.
You know,
I did.
when
I
our
did go
casting is better than theirs so far, we got problems. That's all
we
I'm
should
saying.
become casting agents.
I mean,
That's it.
You got to have Dave Bautista in this movie. Need some beef in there.
Yeah,
It's Time Bandits. It's all like little people, but now we're just gonna have this. Just
You could have Haley Joel Osment.
oh yeah, there you go.
Because he's short, so he could be
Shyamalan's daughter directed.
exactly.
Sure. Is her name N. Night Shyamalan?
It's like Ishmara or something like that.
Oh, so it's before the M. You figure it would come after, it would be like N or O or P. I don't know.
Speaking of him, I really want to go see that Trap.
That looks pretty good. That looks pretty good.
I saw the Josh Hartnett is out of retirement.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I'm so excited.
That looks pretty good.
And he's been in good. I mean, he was in.
He was in
28
Oppenheimer.
Days, well, he was in Oppenheimer. He was in 28 Days of Night.
Yep.
So I
He's not a bad actor. He just got, I think, overused a little bit in like the early
was a heartthrob.
2000s.
he was a
Yeah.
heartthrob.
And then he just disappeared for a while.
I mean, he was in Huge Black. I mean, he was in Pearl Harbor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, if you got that kind of money, you would, just take a vacation. I don't know.
Hayden, Cody, that is the news for June 6th.
That was
Good
some
stuff.
shitty news.
I'm going to go have some Skittles.
Look, I mean, we covered everything from Kanye's racist dick to
That's
pooping on
racist.
airlines to necrophilia with sex dolls to.
Yeah.
Like I said, I really reached for the toilet on this one, and it was the bottom of the barrel, and
You reached for the toilet and the toilet reached back.
thank God we got Cody's 2 cents on everything tonight. I mean, he made a lot of sense for a lot of stuff that we couldn't quite piece together, and we made it all fit with Liam and Chris Hemsworth somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I want to do this again sometime because this was fucking fun. I'm not gonna lie. This is my type of humor and my type of bullshit. Fucking, wow.
Well, we were happy to have you. We're so happy that you had time to spend with us tonight. So
We're at what, almost 3 hours now.
yeah, we're pushing 3 hours. Yeah.
There's
But,
a demon.
Cody, if you could tell everybody where to find your material at and some of your upcoming investigations, anything you have currently going on.
Yes, you can find me Sharp Side of Paranormal on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. www.sharpsideofparanormal.com is my blog. Sharpsideofparanormal.shop if you want some paranormal equipment. Coming up next weekend, I'm going to be at Fairfield County Infirmary in Lancaster, Ohio for their convention. It's going to be a good one. I'm going to Waverly this year, going to the Conjuring House, going to Indiana State Sanatorium. It's going to be a good year. There's a special location that I have been asked to speak at, and I can't give details on what it is yet until I get the official thumbs up to drop it. But they have asked me to speak, and I'm also going to be doing a live show out there, which is going to be flipping awesome. But yeah.
Very good. That's awesome. Sounds
We would love to be on your podcast. If you find time to get us on, we would love to join you.
It's not going to be as fun as this was. I'm not gonna lie, but it definitely will. I mean, I can have fun. We got drunk on an episode 2 weeks ago. We were all drinking, and just being stupid. So there is a possibility. So, again, guys, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
awesome.
Have a good night, Cody.
Thank you.
I'm Hayden Stoll, Christopher Michael Blake, Cody Sharpe. Geeks, we'll see you next time for Gremlins.